What's up, guys? I'm going to do a trade recap from the trade on Friday that I took. Took two trades. It was really the same trade, just on both instruments, ES and NQ. So two trades total. It was a really good setup, really good day. So yeah, let's get right into it. So what I was looking at here, if we just start on the higher time frame and just work our way down. If we go to the daily here, we'll see on Tuesday we hit this area of supply. This up close candle right here, this is the supply zone. We hit that on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we sold off of it into this weekly opening gap right here. So this area right here, sold off into it. So if shorts are the move and we start selling off, then that's the objective for shorts, which is what I took on Thursday. I posted that trade for you guys. That was my target for that short that I took on Thursday. And then from there, we had a nice move off that opening gap, and it made sense for us to, if we wanted to go higher, at that point we could. Like, we filled that gap, that liquidity void, and there's really no sense or no point to go lower if the market wants to go higher, right? So if we go to the 5-minute time frame here, once we traded back into that weekly opening gap. So this is the short that we took on Thursday, going into that gap, bounced off of it, really energetic. And at that point, we could have gone higher if that's what the market wanted to do. But since we didn't, and we traded back into that weekly opening gap on Friday morning, right over here, we traded back into it. There was no reason for us to do that. That's telling me, as far as the overall market goes, shorts are the play here. Shorts make the most sense. And that's exactly what happened. I announced that on Friday in my Telegram group. Like, this is what I'm wanting to see. I want to see a short play. And as far as the target goes, I was looking at this 4-hour demand zone here. So this down close candle before our big move up, this is a area of demand. So I know we sold off way through it, but we don't always know that's going to happen. We also had our weekly value low right below that demand zone. So this made the most sense as far as, low-hanging fruit, safe target. That's what I targeted on this trade. But if we start going into the trade itself and breaking this thing down, I'll show y'all exactly what I saw. So as you see here, we have our daily profile levels. So if you guys remember, we're using the previous New York session, right? So for Friday, we're using Thursday's New York session. And then these are our value levels right here. So our value high, point of control, value low, all right? So we have those marked out. And we opened up below the levels. We retested the value low at 6:40 Friday morning. And from what I've seen in the past, we shouldn't retest this level again. One retest is all she needs to do its thing, right? So we retested 6:40 a.m. and the market opened right here at 9:30, this down close candle. So these blue levels right here, these are the weekly levels. So the previous week volume profile levels, value high, point of control, value low. I don't use these as much to take trades. They're more so for targets. Can you use them? Yeah, you can. In my opinion, guys, wait for the daily levels and just trade those. Don't focus too much on the weekly. Use them for targets, but I wouldn't be taking trades off of them because the daily levels give you plenty of opportunities each week to take trades, and they are super high probability. They work almost every time. So wait for those setups. Based on what I've been telling you guys, y'all shouldn't have even been trading on Friday. This is more of an advanced trade. And once you become profitable just trading the levels, then you can start looking at, okay, on days where we're not around the levels, there's other ways you can trade, right? So you can start looking into those avenues and being able to partake in a move like we had yesterday, right? But if you just want to become profitable and start actually making money trading, you need to be trading less, right? And you need to have a system that repeats. And that's what I've been showing y'all over the past few days. So now that that's out of the way, all right, going into Friday, again, we already retested this level, so I'm not expecting us to go back up this value low, all right? So we open up right here, 9:30 a.m. This next candle right here, all right, this up close candle, we had a big positive delta. So if we go right here, yeah, so this candle right here, 9:35 a.m., 1,771 delta. So buyers are in control here. And if the market wanted to keep pushing up, I wanted to see this momentum maintain itself, which as you see this next candle, it didn't, right? It's a negative big negative 1,745 delta right after this big positive delta. So buyers were not able to maintain momentum. And if we scroll up here, I was also watching this. So we have right here this 62, this highlighted delta box here, this yellow highlighted box. This level right here is a naked point of control. So this is the point of control of this 5-minute candle, and it's untouched, right? If we look to the left here, we also have a candle with a point of control in that same area, one tick off. So we have a naked point of control here and a point of control stacked right on top of it of another candle. So this is a failed auction here. Price could definitely trade back up here, finish this thing off, and then it sell off from there. So that's exactly what this candle was doing. We hit that naked point of control, and then again, buyers lost momentum. I'm bearish on the overall, on an overall macro perspective here, and this makes perfect sense for shorts to be to play here. I even announced this as it was happening in Telegram. I was saying if this bullish slingshot fails and we end up slingshotting the other direction to the downside, shorts look really, really good. That's exactly what happened. And then if you wanted to be extra sure, right, if you are trading the weekly levels, this next candle right here was the slingshot through the point of control. So if we go to the next candle here at 950, this is our slingshot through the point of control. Negative 1,434 delta through the actual level. So enter short there if you wanted to, but shorts were the play here. Made perfect sense. And then I was also watching the NASDAQ. So if we go on NQ here, we'll see we have a small S&T here. So from this high to that low, ES, we make a lower high here. NQ, we make a higher high. We also, I'm not an ICT trader, but since I was, these things still stick out to me. We have an inverse fair value gap play here. So there's our 5-minute fair value gap. There's our inverse, our bullish inverse fair value gap there. We inverse that. We form a 5-minute bearish fair value gap. That's an inverse play. And you can just start to see, order flow is the root to all these strategies, right? So when I'm getting a really good setup with my value area system with the order flow, of course, if there's an ICT setup too, then that ICT setup is going to be a setup that's going to work more than likely. Whereas this setup right here, if you're not using order flow and you're just only trading fair value gaps, this same setup, I can find you so many examples where we just run right through it and it doesn't work. If you're an ICT trader, you know what I'm talking about. So it just goes to show you guys, like the order flow, that's the root to all this. You start understanding order flow, I don't care what strategy you trade, right? You're going to be okay because you're actually looking at what matters. You're looking at the data that's driving everything, right? So naturally, right, when I started order flow, I was still ICT. I combined it all together, and then naturally you're going to find yourself realizing that ICT is a fraud and everything, you can make it work just like anything else. But the truth is order flow, not ICT concepts. So you're going to slowly start getting out of that framework and start actually paying attention to the things that actually work. So, but I understand if you're still working on getting out of that mindset, I totally get it, right? I was there too. So I ended up taking this trade on NQ as well. I got in somewhere in this area before we sold off. We have this S&T. I'm doing my ES analysis. I'm basing everything off ES, right? I'm feeling a big sell-off on ES based on everything I just said. So since the two instruments are correlated, they move together usually. NQ is probably going to sell off too. So went ahead, got in NQ as well, was trading ES on top of it, and got out of ES on this candle right here, this dip into this demand zone. And then I just had my target on NQ set at 100 points. It was during this candle right here. 100 points there. I think it was around, I don't know the exact number on ES. It was over 15 points. But yeah, guys, that's really it for Friday. We went 6 for 6 on the week, so super good week. It just goes to show you, like, if you're following the system that I'm telling you to follow, there's gonna be some weeks where if you're just waiting for the levels, you may get like 2 or 3 setups in the week, which is awesome, right? But then a week like this week, for me, that's exactly what happened. I took like 3 trades last week, and then this week took 6. So it ends up balancing out. If you're just patient and you're just waiting on these setups, it's all going to balance out. And if you're catching 3 trades on average a week, that's amazing, right? Most people can't fathom not taking a trade every day, which is why you're not profitable. But there are weeks where you get more opportunities. If you just trust what I'm showing you and how I'm telling you to trade, you're going to become profitable. I have no doubt about it. And it's not me or nothing that I'm doing that's special. It's the fact that we're using order flow. We're using real data. We're not guessing based on a stupid candlestick what price is going to do. We're actually paying attention to what actually matters as far as being a profitable trader. And if you're doing that, it doesn't matter what strategy you trade on top of the order flow. Over time, you're gonna find what works for you and you're gonna start making money. It's just getting out of all these frameworks that these non-profitable traders on YouTube are putting y'all in. That's it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If y'all have anything that y'all want to see specifically, let me know in the comments and I'll make that happen for you guys. Hope y'all have a good weekend and I'll catch you guys next week.